Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have a little bit of a different video today. I am sorry it is not mom or kid related, but I was getting quite a few questions between Instagram and YouTube to do like an updated workout routine and like nutrition video. So I thought I would just kind of compile all the information into one video and just share with you what I've been doing lately in terms of workouts and how I eat. So if you don't know, I've had 3 kids. I'm a mom of 3, and I don't have a lot of time to work out. I did used to go to a gym, and I would love to get back to that someday because I really did enjoy working out at a gym. But seeing as I have 3 kids and I don't have time to go every single day to a gym, or even 3 times a week is too much to go to a gym. So I work out from home, but I bought all the weights and everything, so I do everything I need at home. So I will start talking about my workout routine first. So what I basically do is a combination of weight training, which is I do 3 days a week, and then I also do HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training, or Tabata workout. So it's kind of the same idea. The idea with HIIT or Tabata is that you're doing like burst training, really high intensity training for a certain period of time, and then you have like a rest period, and then back to like very intense burst training again. And what that does is it kind of creates these little spikes in your heart rate, and that helps you burn fat. Rather than just doing like steady, paced cardio, you burn a lot more fat and a lot more calories doing those bursts than just doing steady state. So that's why I choose to do HIIT or Tabata. So I will start with the weight training first though. I've worked out for many years, but the majority of the time I worked out, at least like in college, university, it was more just like sports and more just like, I don't know, more cardio things. I was doing more sports, more like swimming, things like that. So I wasn't actually like really into weights until about 2 years ago. I kind of really started getting into weight training. And I've been noticing really awesome changes in my body in terms of like my strength and stuff, and I've really been happy with the results, so I'm getting more into it now. And I really do enjoy it. So being a mom of 3, I get very stressed at times, and I find that weight training and working out in general is a really good outlet for me to get my stress out and any frustrations that I have. I just take it out in my workout, and I always feel so good after. So what do I do for weight training? I do weight training 3 days a week. And I basically do, usually Monday, I will do legs, glutes, so basically lower body, and then either Tuesday or Wednesday I will do upper body, so back, shoulders, triceps, biceps, chest, just all upper body. And then Thursday or Friday I will do a full body, so abs, lower body, and upper body. So that's kind of how I break it up. And then for weight training, my sessions are about 45 minutes. I create my own workouts, but I basically do supersets. So for an example, if I'm doing like a lower body workout, I will do the first superset. It would look something like maybe 20 or 25 deadlifts with whatever weight I choose. I go heavier weights. I rather do heavier weights and lower reps because I find I get better changes in my body that way than doing higher or lower weight but higher reps, if that makes sense. So I just do as heavy as I can, and I will just set my reps to as many as I can get done. But I basically say we'll do deadlifts, and then maybe right after that I will go into maybe 15-20 deep lunges per side with weights. So everything's always with weights. And then I will take a 20-second break and then do that again. And then another 20-second break and do it again. And that will be the first superset. And then I will do another superset of, I don't know, squats and glute bridges or something, whatever. And then another superset, and I make sure I incorporate every single muscle group into my workout. And then once my workout's done, it's usually around 45 minutes. But that's basically how I do it. I do supersets. I find that that's the best, and my muscles burn out so quick doing it that way. And I like that I get 3 sets in rather than 2 when I do a superset. So yeah, I really enjoy doing it that way. So that's what I do. And then when I do the upper body, it'll be the same thing. So I might do like the first, just to give you an example, for the first superset of upper body, it would be maybe push-ups, and then right after that I would do tricep dips or something. If I do tricep dips, I put a weight on my lap when I do it, so it makes it harder. And then I'll take a 20-second break, do that again, 20-second break, do that again, and that's the first superset. So I always do it like 3 sets when I do a superset, if that makes sense. I hope I'm not confusing you. And then I will go into like the next exercise and the next one and the next one. And then once I have done all my muscle groups, like I don't know, I'll do shoulder presses and then rows maybe, and then do that 3 times. And then when that superset is done, I'll do the next. And then it's usually, like I said, around 45 minutes. Sometimes it's a little longer, sometimes it's a little shorter. It just really depends. So yeah, so that's kind of what I do. And then in terms of HIIT or Tabata training, I do about 15 to 20 minutes. And those are on my off days, so the days where I'm not doing the weight training. I would just get a HIIT training in. It's usually first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. So when you're working on an empty stomach, you are burning fat rather than the food or the calories in your stomach. So I do on an empty stomach, but only do HIIT. I don't do weight training on an empty stomach. I always have to eat before I do that, just to give my body some energy. So yeah, HIIT training or Tabatas on an empty stomach on my off days, and that helps me burn the fat, and then weight training helps me build lean muscle. So that's what I do in terms of workout. Now for nutrition, and oh, by the way, my workout kind of stays the same through winter and summer. I don't really have any like weather sensitive workouts. In the summer though, I do go for a lot more fat burning walks first thing in the morning. But in the winter I don't. But I do have a treadmill, so I will use that. So yeah, nothing really changes in terms of winter or summer. So for nutrition, that's a little bit, some things have changed actually. Okay, so for nutrition, I do a couple things. So the first thing that I've done, and I've been doing it ever since I could postpartum for all my kids, is intermittent fasting. That has been like I'm gonna say it's one of the biggest things for not only weight loss, but detox and my mood and everything overall. Intermittent fasting has like just changed everything for me in a good way. So I'm a huge fan of it, and I do it all the time now, and I will never stop. I do have off days of intermittent fasting, which is usually the weekend, because that's when I just want to do like my cheat meals and do whatever, and not have to worry about it's a time to eat yet. But during the week I will do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat usually after 7 or 8 p.m. and then the next day I won't eat till about 12 or 1. So I have a 6-7 hour window of feasting, and then the rest of the time I just don't eat. And that just helps your body burn a lot of fat. It helps your body detox. You get more energy, it increases your energy levels. It's awesome. So if you haven't tried intermittent fasting, give it a try. I have a whole video on it for how to do it if you're a woman in terms of hormones and stuff like that. So I will link the video in the description box below if you do want to watch that. It is on my other YouTube channel. So I do intermittent fasting, and then on top of intermittent fasting in terms of my actual diet, I eat ketogenic / paleo diet, and I do something called carb cycling. So it sounds confusing, but basically the idea of keto and paleo is that you're doing, actually the idea with keto is that you're doing extremely low carb and very high healthy fats. And then paleo is not so much low carb, it's just more no grain and very low sugar. So I do more keto during the week on the days that I'm not carb cycling, like the days that I'm not eating carbs. I will do keto, which is just like lots of healthy fats and some good protein, but very little to no carb. I do no carb actually. And the days that I do keto are the days that I do my HIIT workouts, because it's a shorter workout, so I don't need to have carbs in my body. The days that I do weight training are the days that I will eat carbs, and that's because carbs will fuel my workout and help grow muscle and give me energy, whereas on the days I'm doing HIIT, I don't need as much energy and I don't need any carbs to fuel my workout, so I will just eat protein and things like that after my HIIT workout. So I hope that's not too confusing or complicated. So I will do the carb cycling, and like I said, the days that I'm weight training, I will eat carbs and a lot of it, but I still, when I say paleo-ish, I basically am saying that because I really don't eat grain. I try to avoid grain, so corn, rice, any kind of like oats or wheat. Wheat's the biggest that I just won't eat because I have an allergy to it, but I do try to limit like corn and all of that, just because of the way it makes me feel, also because of weight gain for me personally. If I eat high carb, I gain weight, and that's just how it is. So I lose a lot of weight when I just eat proteins and fats rather than carbs. So yeah, but I really try to stay away from grains though. Grains are the biggest for me for weight gain, and also just in terms of my mood and how I feel, and they're also not great for the gut. So the days, like I said, that I will do weight training, I will eat carbs, but I will do mostly paleo and really limit my grain intake. Now that being said, I do still eat grains. Weekends, I don't have anything. I just do whatever I want and eat whatever I want. But during the week, I will, if I do eat a grain, it's going to be like usually a quinoa or a sprouted rice. Sorry, the battery died. I had to kind of recharge really quick. But yeah, so when I do weight training, I will, like I said, eat carbs, but I just really limit grain intake. And then the weekends, I do whatever I want. So what carb cycling does, just want to touch on it really quick. I did start doing the ketogenic diet a long time ago, and when I did it for 2 months straight, and I got really, really sick. I got very dizzy. A lot of really bad things were happening to me, and depression got pretty bad, actually. Like, a lot of things just got really bad, and I didn't know what was going on until I did research, and I found out that there was something called the keto flu, where basically your body goes into like carb withdrawal, kind of like if you were to just stop sugar altogether, you just kind of go into like sugar withdrawal. And because I was like a huge carb eater, and sugar counts as carbs, so I would just be eating a lot of carbs all the time. I literally had something called keto flu. So now what I found out works for me really well is when I do carb cycling. So on certain days I just eat high fat and like good amount of protein, lots of vegetables and things like that, and then just really low carb. And that just really helps your brain, and it helps with your mood and all of that. And then on the days where I do weight training is when I can eat my carbs, because I still do love carbs and I do want to get them in. And I also do want to build muscle, and I need carbs for energy to do that. And then on the days where I'm doing just like the keto diet, I can do my HIIT training because I don't need the carbs. And if I do like a HIIT workout, which only is like 15-20 minutes, I don't feel exhausted afterwards. So I don't need that carbs, like the carbs for energy, if that makes sense. So that's why carb cycling works for me. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And then intermittent fasting is every single day, and I love it to death. Like, it really does help. And it also helps me from like binge eating. So yeah, that's kind of what I do for workouts, for nutrition. And then, like I said, weekends are just my time where I can just enjoy and eat what I want and not have to worry about intermittent fasting or carb cycling or paleo or anything like that. So that's kind of where I'm at now. So some things have changed since I last updated you guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I will get back to you really soon. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.